Roger Crosthwaite in the blue corner making his way to the ring in this welterweight bout here in Napa, California. Brian Nelson here alongside Brandon Kyle bringing you this exciting action. Another debut fight for both sides. Crosthwaite coming in at age 23 from San Leandro, fighting with Team Brute. Orthodox fighter, not much of a background that I found in my research other than he has training in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu.
He's coming out to the doors. You know, so he's a groovy young kid, I'll tell you that for sure. So we'll see, you know. Again, these guys that are 0-0, we all get to learn together. They get to learn what they're like in there, and we get to learn what they're like in there. Another Team Brute guy is fighting an AKA guy in Rustem Serbiev. And both 0-0, making their debuts here in Napa, California. And so we're excited to see what's going to happen here. Tall, both of these guys, lanky guys. Welterweights, start to see a little size now later in the card. So as the side goes up, usually the power goes up too. So again, you know, as these bigger guys when they start throwing, it only takes one. But you know, the lighter guys have shown that sometimes earlier in this card, when the lighter guys hit one, sometimes it only takes one too. So let's hope we see some more of the same here with these welterweights. Yeah,
Roger Crosthwaite hoping that old soul translates into some in-ring maturity here in his debut match in Napa, California. And his opponent, Rustem Serbiev, he is fighting out of Belgium. He's coming out momentarily, born in Russia, a kickboxer with Team AKA, American Kickboxing Academy, out of San Jose. What I liked in his background is short and simple. It's very Russian. You will see it soon.
Yeah, you know, I was interviewing these guys at the weigh-ins, talking to them about the fights coming up, and it was trouble fighting these guys, interviewing these guys for their fights because they don't speak any English, I swear. I feel like Khabib, wrote home and said, send me some guys that want to come train in America because, you know, they just got that stoic attitude about them, which is always freaking scary when you're in there. You know, they don't give you anything.
Yeah.
And he's walking out to Gladiator theme song too. So both these guys have great walkout songs. I think as far as about all the walkout songs, these guys are taking the cake. Their battle in the cage can equal their walkout song battle here.
As Serbiev only 20 years of age, so a young prospect for AKA. So we'll see what he has in store for his mixed martial arts debut. I was able to find in the annals of YouTube an old kickboxing match in 2016, which he lost. So not unfamiliar. We talked about backgrounds where you may not have mixed martial arts fights on their record, but not an amateur to fighting in general.
Yeah, you know, and who knows? These guys come from different countries, and it's not like there's a interpool of fighting where we're connecting with, you know, Belgium to find out if this guy's got any more experience than he's claiming. Yeah. So he's with a great camp. So we know we can expect him to be well prepared. A fighting Team Brute guy who, you know, we're not too sure.
Yeah, so let's send it over to Jim Cooley for the official introduction.
70-pound division. Third man in the cage when the action begins, Phil Baldacci. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from San Leandro, California. He represents Team Brute. He weighed in at 170 pounds even. Tonight, he makes his mixed martial arts debut, Roger Crosthwaite. Across the cage in the red corner, hailing all the way from Belgium. He weighs 68 pounds even, representing AKA the Warrior, Rustem Serbiev.
So the Warrior looked to use that mentality to end up victorious here in this welterweight bout, but Roger Crosthwaite will look to oppose and try to get his first victory in his amateur career as we are underway in round number 1. 3 2-minute rounds set as the fighters touch gloves. Oh, an early
he got kicked with the up kick on the way in. Ooh, these boys are fighting.
Great battle to start out.
These boys are fighting.
Crosthwaite gives his corner a little.
No, I'm good. But you're not going to be good if you take too many of those right now. He's got to settle down here.
Body kick
Start
almost
sticking
caught.
those jabs. Start using a little in and out movement. Can't just stand there in front of Serbiev here.
Yeah, both on the feet.
Serbiev looking calm. But Serbiev wearing that kick on the face, that up kick. He ran in a little too fast, caught an up kick, kind of changed the game there. Now these boys are settling in here, but they're both obviously willing to stand in that pocket, throw it out here.
Oh, great left combination from
nice
Serbiev.
Hand combinations from Serbiev, very nice.
Spinning back fist missed.
Serbiev opening the bag of tricks here, feeling comfortable in there.
Yeah, both fighters trying to find their range, both in the orthodox stance.
Crosthwaite, you know, he's still got it in his eyes, though. He's still got the fight in his eyes. He doesn't look, you know, like he's intimidated at all. You know, he still wants to get his back, it looks like. He's got to throw more than that jab, though. Oh, that body kick, he felt that body kick, I think.
45 seconds left in this first round. Back and forth, stand-up battle between these two welterweights, Serbiev and Crosthwaite.
Complaining about something, Serbiev, maybe an eye poke or something, but it looks like everything's okay. Back to wading in. He kind of wades in, move.
Oh,
slip,
great
slip,
left.
rip. He's doing great with his hands right now. I'd like to see him mix in with some leg kicks after those combos. He's got Crosthwaite really worrying about those headshots while he's leaning back. Maybe take one of those leg kicks there and start to wear down the lower half of his body as well.
Yeah, Serbiev really playing with the angles of his punches, trying to connect with Crosthwaite as we approach inside the 10-second mark. Spinning back fist, miss again. Clips him with the right, though. Round one is going to end.
Ooh.
Crosthwaite.
He's got sharp strikes, this Serbiev right here. But Crosthwaite is tough. He took some shots. He looks like he's upset with himself. He's like, he kind of gives a look to his corner. I'm not hurt, but I'm bummed that I let myself get tagged. Obviously lost that round. Was on the defense the whole time. You know, he's trying to stick that jab, but what he's doing is he's lunging that jab in there, and Serbiev is making a miss and then coming back over the top with combinations. Now, 3 is going to beat 1 in that scenario. So what I think Crosthwaite has to do is maybe pump the jab while he's moving a little bit. Maybe pump the jab and move so that Serbiev can't really get a bead on where his head's going to be. Because right now, Serbiev is just kind of slip, and then once he closes the distance, letting 2 or 3 fly. And it's usually that second or third one that's catching Crosthwaite on the way down, yeah.
And Crosthwaite also has to deal with his frustration with himself of not performing the way he wanted to.
Yeah, and that's tough doing your debut fight, you know, when you're behind. You know, how do you respond? You know, you don't want to go and put yourself in a bad situation, leave yourself open to a big strike, especially because you've been eating a couple. So he's got to be straight. He's got to start sticking that jab more, maybe throwing that right hand behind it, and make Serbiev respect the space in front of him. There's that leg kick, though.
Yeah,
that
maybe mixing it up.
Maybe his corner was asking for that. Hey, let me get some kicks behind those punches.
Spinning back fist misses again. A great uppercut combination. Again, rocked against the cage. Maybe going for a clinch, but Rustam tosses Crosthwaite off of him.
Crosthwaite's going to have to double up those jabs, maybe some push kicks.
Uppercut.
Try to keep the distance a little bit. He does have a little height advantage. Obviously, he's not doing well whenever Serbiev closes the distance, so he has to make sure he keeps that distance by circling out, throwing long strikes down the middle.
Great left hook by Crosthwaite. Minute 20 left in this second round. Serbiev misses with the leg kick. Crosthwaite misses with the left hook.
Ooh,
and that one
big
caught
left
him.
hook got it. That left hook
In
got
the
it.
corner,
Ref's telling
ground
him
and
to fight
pound.
back. You're about to stop this fight unless looks
He's
like Crosthwaite
protecting
is,
himself,
no,
but no.
not enough.
So
Wow.
Crosthwaite is finished in the second round.
The kid had the heart. You know what? He wasn't able to stop that forward pressure of Serbiev, and eventually it started to break him. And yeah, what a performance from the young Belgian.
Yeah, the
prospect.
Warrior Rustam Serbiev just kept pressing forward on Crosthwaite, especially in that second round. With the spinning back fist, a little flare, but really his bread and butter was those combinations that he was throwing.
Yeah, you know what? He was committing to several punches instead of one at a time, and then that's what the kind of fight came down to. Crosthwaite is trying to stick him with one. If it doesn't stick him and stop him, then Serbiev gets to close the distance, commit to 2 or 3 shots, and like I said, it was that second and third shot that kept clipping Crosthwaite until that very last left hook that came off of a right cross. That left hook comes back, and that was the one. You know, and Crosthwaite, you got to give him friggin' hard. He's got a chin. He took, what do you think, 3 or 4 of those shots before they finally went down off of one. So you got to give him that, but you know, maybe get a little bit more head movement, more feints, learn how to use his distance and footwork a little bit more, because, you know, when you're standing in front of someone who's coming forward throwing those bombs, you can't just continue to keep taking those shots all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Just athletically, Crosthwaite looks like he has it. He has the height. He has the body type. But he looks athletic in
oh
the
yeah, you know, you
cage
can
there.
tell he had the physical skills.
It's just now the training that comes
You know,
with
and
it.
that comes with experience.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked good in there for his debut.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, usually I see guys in there, they looks like 2 bulls. They take the blindfolds off of, and they, you know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
start going at each
Yeah,
other. So, you know, he was in there. He knew what he had to do. But again, you know, knowing what you have to do and doing it against the guy who's coming there trying to rip your head off with big shots is a completely different story.
And so we'll go to Jim Cooley with the official announcement.
Round number 2. Referee Phil Baldacci has called a stop to this contest. Your winner, via technical knockout, the Warrior, Rustam Serbiev.
We are really seeing a great display of MMA here. You know, even though these guys are newer, I'm seeing a lot of skills, and I've noticed this. You know, maybe 5-10 years ago when I first started, it was more of you know, skills out the window whenever newbies were going.
Yeah.
It was more of a adrenaline fight, where I'm seeing guys nowadays, because of the evolution of the sport and of the different camps that they're training out of, they're a lot more polished in their MMA debuts. So, you know, it's a good thing to see that, because you know, often, unfortunately, a lot of guys would come and go real quick because they would suffer such tremendous defeats when they were just in there, or they get hurt really bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they get in there, close their eyes, and start swinging and get hurt really bad. You never see them again. So this is good for the sport. You know, Crosthwaite, he's going to be back.
Yes.
He's going to be better. He took the L tonight. He took the TKO, but he walked out on his own power. He's healthy, and he'll be back. And that's what's going to get the sport to grow and allow him as a warrior to continue to develop.
Yeah, young talent like Serbiev at only 20 years of age, Crosthwaite only 23, a lot of young, exciting talent, and that talent continues with this welterweight bout coming up between Benjamin Lewis and Mark Vargas.